Humanity is life's true success. In today's world, many people measure life by money and success. A big house, a good car, a high-paying job, and social status are often seen as signs of achievement. From childhood, people are taught to run after success, compete with others, and earn more than before. There is nothing wrong with earning money or becoming successful. Money is necessary for comfort, safety, and basic needs. Success gives confidence and recognition. However, problems begin when money and success become the only goals of life. When people focus only on wealth and status, they often forget values. They forget kindness, honesty, and respect. They start judging others by income, position, or power. Slowly, humanity becomes weak. A person may have everything from outside but feel empty from inside. Peace, love, and satisfaction cannot be purchased with money. Being a good human being is the foundation of a meaningful life. Character stays longer than wealth. Money can be lost, and success can fade, but values remain with a person forever. A good human being knows how to treat others, how to control ego, and how to live with responsibility. Such a person builds trust and strong relationships. Society becomes better when people act with humanity. Money and success are tools. They help us live better, but they should not control our thinking. The real purpose of life is to grow as a human being. When values guide success, life becomes balanced. This guide explains why being a good human is more important than money and success, and how humanity gives true meaning to achievement. Lesson 1. Character builds real human value. Character is the foundation of a meaningful life. Money and success may change with time, but character stays with a person forever. A person's true identity is not decided by how much they earn, but by how they behave when no one is watching. Character includes honesty, discipline, patience, responsibility, and respect for others. These qualities guide a person in every situation. Money can give comfort, but it cannot guide decisions. When a person faces pressure, temptation, or failure, character decides the next step. A person with strong character does not choose wrong actions for short-term benefit. They understand that wrong choices may give quick results but create long-term damage. This understanding protects them from regret. Many people believe power comes from money. In reality, power comes from self-control. A person with character can control anger, greed, and ego. They do not harm others for personal gain. They do not lie to protect their image. This self-control builds inner strength, which is more powerful than external success. A person without character may earn more money but live in fear. Fear of being exposed, fear of losing respect, and fear of betrayal remain constant. Such a life lacks peace. On the other hand, a person with character may earn less but sleep peacefully. They know they are honest and fair. This mental peace is priceless. Character also earns trust. People trust those who are consistent and truthful. Trust creates strong relationships at home, at work, and in society. When people trust you, your words matter. Your success becomes meaningful because it is supported by respect. History proves that character lasts longer than wealth. Rich people are forgotten when money ends. People with strong character are remembered for generations. Teachers, leaders, and social reformers are respected because they stood for values, not profit. In life, Situations will change. Money may come or go. Success may rise or fall. But character remains the same. That is why building character should be the first goal. When character is strong, money and success become useful tools, not dangerous distractions. Lesson 2. Money never buys inner peace. Inner peace is the calm and stability of the mind. It allows a person to think clearly, sleep well, and live without constant FE. Live without constant fear. Many people believe money can give this peace, but this belief is incorrect. Money can improve comfort, but it cannot control thoughts, emotions, or conscience. Inner peace comes from values, not wealth. A person with money often carries fear. Fear of loss, fear of competition, fear of judgment, and fear of failure remain active in the mind. The more a person depends on money for happiness, the more they worry about losing it. This constant pressure disturbs mental balance. Even luxury cannot remove this stress. Peace comes from living honestly. When a person earns through fair means and treats others with respect, the mind remains free from guilt. There is no need to hide mistakes or defend wrong actions. This freedom creates calmness. A clean conscience allows a person to face life with confidence. Many wealthy people experience loneliness. They doubt others' intentions and struggle to trust anyone. Relationships based on money lack emotional depth. When money becomes the center of life, genuine connection disappears. A good human builds relationships based on trust and understanding. Such relationships provide emotional support, which is essential for peace. Contentment also plays an important role. A good human knows when to stop running after more. They understand that endless desire creates endless stress. By accepting what is enough, the mind becomes lighter. This does not mean lack of ambition. It means ambition guided by balance. Inner peace also comes from helping others. When a person contributes positively to society, they feel useful and satisfied. This satisfaction reduces mental conflict. It gives meaning to daily effort. Money alone cannot create this feeling. When money becomes the main goal, peace disappears. Life turns into a race with no finish line. But when humanity guides actions, peace becomes natural. A peaceful mind improves health, decision-making, and relationships. Inner peace is a silent strength. It cannot be shown, but it can be felt. It allows a person to live steadily in both success and failure. That is why inner peace is more valuable than wealth. Money supports life, but peace sustains it. Lesson 3. Success needs strong moral direction. Success is often measured by position, fame, or income. While these things show achievement, they do not define true success. Success without moral direction is unstable and empty. It may look impressive from outside, but it lacks meaning and purpose. Moral values decide whether success builds life or damages it. When success is achieved without honesty, it creates fear. A person worries about being exposed or losing status. Such success demands constant defense. This mental pressure destroys peace and confidence. On the other hand, success achieved through fair effort gives stability. A person feels proud, not afraid. Moral direction guides how success is used. Without values, success increases ego. Ego creates distance between people. It makes a person insensitive to others' struggles. This leads to isolation. With moral direction, success creates responsibility. A person understands that their position affects others. They act carefully and thoughtfully. True success improves more than one life. A good human uses success to support family, create opportunities, and solve problems. This gives meaning to achievement. Success that benefits only one person becomes limited. Success that helps others becomes powerful. Moral direction also protects a person during failure. Life does not always move upward. Setbacks are natural. A person with values does not collapse during failure. They accept responsibility, learn, and move forward honestly. This resilience is part of real success. Society respects morally guided success. People may admire wealth, but they respect integrity. Respect lasts longer than applause. When success is linked with fairness, it earns trust. Trust supports long-term growth. Education and skill can bring success, but values give it direction. Without direction, success becomes dangerous. With direction, it becomes useful. Moral values act like a compass. They prevent a person from losing their way. In the end, success should not be judged by how high a person rises, but by how rightly they walk the path. Strong moral direction turns achievement into contribution. That is the difference between temporary success and meaningful success. Lesson 4. Human values create strong relationships. Human relationships are the foundation of a stable life. No amount of money or success can replace the support of healthy relationships. Strong relationships are not built on wealth, status, or advantage. They are built on values such as honesty, respect, patience, and understanding. Without these values, relationships become weak and temporary. A person with good values listens carefully. Listening shows respect. When people feel heard, they feel valued. This builds trust. Trust is the base of every strong relationship, whether in family, friendship, or workplace. Without trust, relationships break easily. Money-based relationships depend on benefit. When benefit ends, the relationship ends. This creates insecurity. A good human builds relationships on sincerity. Such relationships survive difficult times. When problems arise, people stand together instead of leaving. Respect is another important value. A good human respects differences in opinion, background, and situation. Respect prevents conflict. It allows peaceful communication even during disagreement. This quality strengthens long-term bonds. Honesty also plays a major role. Speaking truth builds reliability. Even when truth is difficult, it prevents misunderstanding. Lies may protect relationships temporarily, but they damage trust permanently. A good human chooses honesty because they value long-term stability. Strong relationships provide emotional support. They reduce stress and loneliness. A person who feels supported can handle life's challenges better. Money cannot replace emotional security. In workplaces, values improve teamwork. When people treat each other fairly, productivity increases. When values are missing, competition becomes unhealthy. This damages both performance and mental health. Human values turn relationships into strength. They create cooperation, loyalty, and mutual growth. Without values, relationships become transactions. With values, they become connections. In life, success is easier when relationships are strong. Values protect these relationships. That is why human values are essential for personal and social stability. Lesson 5. Responsible humans build healthy society. A society becomes strong or weak based on the behavior of its people. Laws, systems, and institutions are important, but they cannot function properly without responsible individuals. A good human understands their duty toward society. Responsibility is not only about personal success but about collective well-being. A responsible human follows rules and laws even when no one is watching. They understand that rules exist to protect everyone. Breaking rules for personal gain creates disorder. When many people act irresponsibly, society suffers through corruption, crime, and injustice. Money and education alone cannot fix social problems. Many educated and wealthy people harm society when they lack values. Responsibility comes from humanity. A good human thinks about the effect of their actions on others. They do not throw waste carelessly, exploit workers, or misuse power. Helping others is also part of responsibility. A responsible person supports the weak, respects elders, and guides the young. They do not wait for rewards or recognition. Small acts of kindness improve social trust and unity. Responsibility includes honesty in work. When people work sincerely, services improve. Whether a person is a teacher, worker, officer, or leader, responsibility ensures fairness. This builds confidence in systems. A responsible society promotes safety and growth. People feel secure. Opportunities increase. Conflict reduces. All this begins with individual responsibility. A good human does not blame society for every problem. They start with self-correction. This mindset leads to positive change. Society reflects individual behavior. When humans act responsibly, society becomes balanced and progressive. Humanity is the base of social strength. Lesson 6. Self-respect comes from values. Self-respect is how a person sees and values themselves. It is an inner feeling, not something given by society. Many people think self-respect comes from money, position, or power. This belief is incorrect. True self-respect comes from values and right actions. When a person acts honestly, they feel confident. They do not feel shame or guilt. This creates inner strength. A person who compromises values for money may gain material benefits but loses inner balance. Over time, this loss damages confidence. Self-respect grows when a person keeps promises. Being reliable builds trust in oneself. A good human does what they say. This consistency strengthens character and self-image. Respecting others also increases self-respect. When a person treats others fairly, they respect themselves more. Disrespecting others may give temporary satisfaction but creates inner conflict. Self-respect protects a person during hard times. When failure occurs, a person with values does not collapse. They accept mistakes and move forward with dignity. This stability is essential for growth. Money-based confidence is fragile. If money or position is lost, confidence falls. Value-based confidence remains steady. It does not depend on external conditions. A good human chooses values even when it is difficult. This choice builds pride and peace. Self-respect becomes natural. Self-respect is the foundation of mental strength. It allows a person to face life honestly and calmly. That is why values matter more than income. Lesson 7. Money must serve life purpose. Money is an important part of life, but it should never become the purpose of life. Money is a tool. It helps meet needs, improve comfort, and support responsibilities. When money controls decisions, life loses balance. A good human understands the correct place of money. Money should support values, not replace them. When people chase money without limits, they often ignore ethics. This creates stress and moral conflict. A balanced approach allows a person to earn honestly while protecting humanity. A person who sees money as a tool plans wisely. They budget, save, and spend carefully. They do not waste resources or live beyond limits. This discipline reduces financial stress and increases stability. Sharing money responsibly is also important. Helping family, supporting education, or contributing to society gives meaning to wealth. Money locked only for personal pleasure creates emptiness. Money used for positive impact creates satisfaction. Money cannot solve every problem. Emotional pain, fear, and loneliness require human connection, not currency. Understanding this truth prevents disappointment. When money becomes the center of life, relationships suffer. Time, trust, and care reduce. A good human gives priority to people over profit. This creates harmony. Using money wisely brings balance. It supports growth without harming values. This balance leads to a stable and meaningful life. Lesson 8. Humanity creates lasting true happiness. Happiness is the final goal of life, but many people misunderstand its source. They believe happiness comes from money, success, or comfort. These things can give temporary pleasure, but they cannot create lasting happiness. True happiness comes from humanity, values, and meaningful actions. Happiness from money is short-lived. When a desire is fulfilled, the mind quickly looks for the next desire. This creates a cycle of wanting more. The satisfaction never stays. A person becomes restless even after achieving goals. Humanity breaks this cycle. When a person helps others, acts kindly, or lives honestly, they experience deep satisfaction. This satisfaction does not depend on external conditions. It stays even during difficulties. Meaningful work also creates happiness. When a person feels their actions have value, they feel fulfilled. This feeling is stronger than comfort or luxury. It gives purpose to daily effort. Humanity improves emotional health. Kind actions reduce anger and jealousy. They increase patience and understanding. This emotional balance is essential for happiness. Strong relationships also contribute to happiness. Relationships built on values provide support and joy. Money cannot replace emotional connection. Happiness grows when life has meaning. Humanity gives that meaning. Comfort without purpose leads to emptiness. True happiness is calm, not excitement. It stays steady through ups and downs. That is why humanity is the strongest source of happiness. Lesson 9. How you are remembered matters. Every person leaves behind a memory. This memory is not based on how much money they earned, but on how they treated others. In the end, behavior becomes legacy. Titles, wealth, and status fade with time, but actions remain in people's minds. People remember kindness. A small act of help during a difficult time stays longer than any financial success. Words spoken with respect and understanding create lasting impressions. These moments define how a person is remembered. A person who hurts others for personal gain may achieve success, but they are remembered with fear or dislike. Such a legacy brings no honor. A good human builds a legacy of trust and respect. This legacy gives peace even in old age. Legacy is created daily. Every interaction matters. How a person speaks to family, treats co-workers, or responds to strangers shapes reputation. Consistent good behavior builds a strong image. Money can create temporary recognition, but values create permanent respect. Communities remember people who contributed positively. Their influence continues through others. A good human understands that life is limited. This understanding makes behavior careful and thoughtful. They choose actions that create positive impact. In the end, life is judged by humanity. How you are remembered reflects who you truly were. That is the real measure of success.